Hi there, Tony Maynard here from diehardforeducation.com, and I'm at the photo for portfolio income, and this is for the print-on-demand business, which well, I'm here to teach you how to do logos, slogans, and logos, slogans, and sayings to put them on your t-shirts, on your hoodies, on your jackets, on mugs, and on caps. So with that, I mean, that's how this business is. It's a passive business. So yeah, so let's get on with it, shall we? Yes, this is and it will say here portfolio income on the but you're already in this anyway, so because this is the logo I will use on all the videos, 6 videos. So yeah, so with that, we will just proceed with the with making some slogans, shall we? Okay, first one. Here's the first one. Yes, this is very true. So what will happen here is this. So this is very true, this one. So, okay, so what happens here? So assets will feed you while liabilities will eat you. So if you buy a house, right, and you've got a certain amount of income, right, and then the bank goes and puts the interest rates up every month and gets to a point where you just can't pay it anymore, well, that becomes your house, you see, is not an asset because it's not feeding you. It becomes a liability that's eating you alive. So you have to sell your house. See, that's how this one works. See, all right. So assets, which is a different ball game, right? Which is passive income systems, which you know, it's just what the Printful system is, right? That will feed you, but you got to stick with it. You know, it's not something that you come overnight, of course. You got to stick with it. You got to, you know, chuck out the bad ones, get rid of the bad ones, and just build on the ones that the winners, you know, and chuck out the losers. Don't cry over it, because that's what you're going to do, right? So, you know, so here's another one. There's two types of portfolio. So there's a right, there's a portfolio for wealth, right? For portfolio income. For wealth versus a portfolio for poverty. And this is true too, you see. So this is another one. There are two types of portfolios. See, the wealthy have the portfolio income for wealth, which is, you know, usually they'll use passive income systems to do that, versus a portfolio for poverty, which is usually what the middle class do, you know, professionals and that. They'll fill their portfolio up with stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, you see, which, you know, that's all long-term thinking, you know, that's what they're told to do. So, you know, and it's poverty. It's, you know, there's no reward for a long time, you know. And then, and the other thing, well, here's another one, right? That reminds me of another one, so I'm going to put that now. Which is also true, right? And that is, portfolio income is the second highest tax, and that's damn straight. If you've got a poor portfolio of poverty, right, which is stocks, bonds, and mutual funds, right? But then when that matures, you're gonna be taxed, and taxed hard, because the corporation that causes scales governments wants its profits, you see. But if you build a portfolio of income for wealth, that's not going to be the case, because there's so much you can claim for, and you know, and you can nullify a lot of that those taxes, you see, which is what the wealthy know. They just know this. They've learned it, you know. See, so if you've got a portfolio of poverty, well, there's nothing you can claim. There really isn't, and that's how that works. Well, why they do that, and it's the second highest taxed. You know, so you might make some money in the short term, but over the long term, you won't make anything, because the government will take a big fat slice out of your ass. Usually over 50%. Usually, that's what they'll do. Okay, that's how that works. You know, so see, we've got to teach people what. Now, these slogans teach people what they need to know. That's what the idea of it is, right? You know, that assets will feed you, and while liabilities will eat you. And your house is not an asset. It's an asset for the bank, but not for you. It's a liability. And if things go wrong, you'll have to sell that house, and because otherwise it'll eat you. You know, you'll get it repossessed. You'll be evicted, and all this kind of crap starts happening. See, so this is what happens. People fail to understand. See, so you teach people that this is the case. I could put that. That's probably what I'm going to want to do. Portfolio income is the second taxed income, and it is. You know. You see, so wealthy people also put in, like, you know, they'll have gold in their portfolio, which is a long-term asset, and there's no tax on that, you see, until you sell it. So they will invest in long-term assets that only return income after a long period of time. So they don't have to fork out um, every year, because that's the thing, you know, on an asset like that, because it's not going to relieve any income until it's sold. That's the thing. See, that's how it is. So they just hold on to it. They don't. You know, same with Bitcoin. They just hold on to it. That's what they do. So holding, buying and hold. That's what they use, the buy hold strategy in a lot of their assets. That's what they do. You know, gold, silver, Bitcoin. You know, anything like that. You know, and businesses, right? Which produce passive income as well. So usually that's what most entrepreneurs who are successful will invest in. And I'll show you what I mean. You know, these go on your caps, your hats. You know, they go on your hats and your hoodies and your jackets and your t-shirts and your cap and your mugs, right? And that's where they go. And anything else you can think of, right? And this is what it means, right? I'll just show you. See this lady girl here? She's got it. See your logo design here. So that's where you put she's wearing a hoodie, and that's where you put your design. One of those designs that I've just showed you. And I'll show you something else too, which is another thing, right? Here we go. There's my free account. I never paid for this. You know, and they tell you, see, look at this. These are all the best sellers, see? T-shirts, hats, a cap, and a mug, and a mat. You know, this is the mat here, see? There's the mat. And you can put your logos on and slogans on here, and your sayings on here, see? And then they train you. See, you've got training here. You know, what you should do next. And, you know, you've got your points here for training, things you can go through. And then, you know, this is for beginners, right? So go to the challenge and challenge yourself, see? and see how to start a print-on-demand business for beginners. Because you're a beginner, that's what you'll be, and you don't know, because you don't know anything about commerce. So, and then they'll supply the fashion guide, tell you what's selling. They'll show you what's selling. Printful Academy, which is videos and articles on on traffic and everything else, on product templates, and they'll even show you how to do that. So they train you on everything here, because if you succeed, they succeed. That's the idea. All right. So let's go back to our logos and slogans here. Assets will feed you, while liabilities will eat you. Portfolio income for wealth versus portfolio income for poverty. Portfolio, oh, okay. Versus a portfolio for poverty. Right? Portfolio income is the second highest taxed. I should have put that there. Okay, so that's the truth on that. That's how that is. It's and the government will take a big fat bite out of your butt because you're not doing it right. Okay, if you like this video, smash the like button. If you want to see more, click the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. But you saw how easy it is. I just did these three right in front of your face, right? On the fly, so there you are. Not that hard, right? So you can do this. It's really simple. It's a simple business. Easiest one that I can find. I recommend Printful. I showed you the members area, and everything, and they train you and everything. So get involved with Printful, because here's an opportunity that you can actually have a go at. Okay, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. And thanks again. Bye for now.